Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are we all today? I thought that I'd make a 50 facts about me video just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, and who knows, maybe we've got a lot more in common. Let's get started. Fact number 1. I am a Virgo. My birthday is in September. I was born on September 9th. And for all you Bollywood fans out there, yes, I share my birthday with Akshay Kumar. Another little fun fact for you there. Number 2, being that I am a Virgo, I am very much a perfectionist. I like to be super organized in everything. I'm in my late 20s. I'm a wife and a mum. I love super gloomy, rainy, grey, dull weather, and I think in this country I'm probably the only one that does. My favourite thing to wear: cozy jumpers with leggings or jumper dresses with leggings. One of the places that I've wanted to visit most ever is New York, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I get to go at the end of this year. My fave time of the year, it's not my birthday, it's not summertime. Can you guess? It's actually Christmas time. I love anything and everything to do with Christmas. I'm a big fan of super spicy food, and when I say spicy, I'm talking like Scotch bonnet type spicy, like extreme hot sauce at Nando's spicy. I'm a foodie. I love my food. My fave food is a really good cheese and tomato pizza. My favourite English song is by Ellie Goulding, and it's How Long Will I Love You? That is the song that I walk down the aisle to. My favourite Indian song is in a film called Ashiki 2, and it's called Tum Hi Ho. And that song, me and my husband actually had our first dance to. I love any kind of holidays or festivals, so I'm talking about obviously Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Diwali, Navratri, Shivratri, Janmastami, and we've got Holi coming up, so I'm excited about that as well. I've never had a pet. Boo-hoo. I know, I've never had a pet. I can't believe it. I've always wanted a dog ever since I was little, and I wanted it from when it was a puppy, and I wanted to watch it grow. So when I was little, I used to love to go to the library, and the books that I did used to pick up were stuff like how to take care of a puppy, how to take care of a dog. I don't currently play any instruments. When I was little in primary school, I had a little play with the recorder, and I've also planned to play the harmonium, although I can't remember how to play any of those now. And when I was in my teens or early 20s, I can't really remember, but I had a go at learning to play the keyboard, but I don't actually play an instrument, but I would love to learn. I have studied drama for most of my life, right up until, we're talking from when I was about, say, 3 years old in primary school, doing like, you know, the nativity play, or whenever it was Diwali or things like that, I'd get involved in the plays then. And right up until right before I went to uni, that's actually how long I've been doing drama, and I miss it. I am a graduate. I graduated in law. My favourite thing to do is watch movies. That is my absolute favourite thing to do, or eat actually. So I'm kind of torn now. If I can do both at the same time and have a glass of red wine, I'm all good. So yeah, that leads me on to my next one. One of my favourite drinks is any kind of red wine or a pint of plain water. I could drink pints on pints of water a day, and I do. My fave places to shop are basically any sale that's going on online. I just love shopping online. I think I'm a little bit addicted to it actually. So it's not good. Or any store that has a sale, I'm all up for that as well. My new thing that I've gotten into is I love popping into charity shops or car boot sales. I love going to them. I've recently started going and I love it because you find some really great bargains. So it's like thrifting basically. But yeah, I love going to those. I think we're seeing a pattern here, aren't we? Basically anywhere I can get a good bargain. Yes, I'm in my late 20s, and yes, I still love my Disney and Pixar movies. On a bit more of a serious note, I suffer from anxiety, and I actually have done for many years. I think like probably over 10 years, more than that I think. And I've also suffered from depression, but in the last couple of years especially, I've learned to overcome my anxiety and depression, and I've also not had any panic attacks in a very long time, so I'm doing quite well there. I don't have any favourite films or movies. I have a couple of favourite Christmassy ones, like I love The Polar Express, and every time I watch it, I don't know why, but I always get like teary-eyed. And I love my romantic films, obviously The Notebook. Every time I watch that I cry. But I love on my horror films, and I'm talking like super scary horror films, not like the recent sort of whatever they're making, but I'm talking like The Exorcist, ones that actually make you want to curl up behind your blanket. You wouldn't think this looking at me, but I actually love like super action films. And recently, I think on Netflix, me and my husband watched, is it like Olympus Has Fallen and London Is Fallen is on there as well. And I absolutely love those. And if you've got a subwoofer, oh my god, you'll enjoy it even more. The other films that I love are the classic gangster movies. So I'm talking like Scarface, The Godfather, Reservoir Dogs, Casino, Carlito's Way, to name a few. Another thing you wouldn't think looking at me is I probably look just like ordinary mum right now. But when I was younger, I went through different phases, like throughout high school or secondary school, and I went through a whole phase where I was into the gothic scene. So I was totally in love with Marilyn Manson. I had like super long hair, but I cut it super short. I used to wear eyeliner for black lipstick because I couldn't find a black lipstick anywhere at that time. And that kind of, you know, I went into then like a punky kind of hippie kind of a phase. So it was all about the flares, baggy trousers. I had a chain hanging from the pockets of my jeans. And I then went through like a hip-hop phase. So I used to be a rebel, and I used to just come to school in my trainers and get in trouble every time. And I used to wear like a bandana like how Tupac did, or Ja Rule. And yeah, I thought it was super cool, you know. But yeah, you'd never catch me wearing any of that kind of stuff right now. I just think it just wouldn't suit me. I've dyed my hair any colour that you can think of. I've got jet black hair right now. Hope it looks alright actually. I've had my hair, like I've had a full head of blonde hair. I'm talking like icy blonde hair. And I've had red in my hair, I've had blue in my hair, I've had pink, lime green even. And this is just, I think, when I was going through my being a rebel phase, that I just used to dye my hair all these funky colours. I love reading books. That's another one of my favourite things to do, I think. Whenever I have time. Being a busy mum, there's a bit less of that now. But I love getting stuck into a really good book. And I love reading any kind of book, really, fiction mostly, or the Times newspaper. I just love a good article in that paper. I don't have a favourite book actually. Maybe it's just because I've not found one yet. In high school, yeah, there were quite a few sort of cliques or groups, but I was never really in any of those. I was never like the class clown or the popular girl or the bitchy girl or like the fit girl, so the pretty girl. I was sort of kind of like your everyday, every person's best friend kind of a girl. You know, I was a bit of a geek, a bit of a bookworm, and I never really I was never like the bully or anything like that. I have been bullied though. That's just like an extra sad fact, but I can get into that in another video actually. Yeah, so I was just kind of girl that just got along with everyone, really kept my head down. And I think probably I was most known for like my weird phases that I went through, because I still see people now and they seem to remember, oh, you had this, you know, in your hair, or oh, you were like this. And when we talk about it, it's just kind of like, it seems like another lifetime ago, or like we're talking about another person. So that was me. I was just kind of like, yeah, I was just friends with everybody, really. Even my group of friends, we were all really different. Like, everyone had their own individual style and personality. We never sort of fit into one box, which I love that actually looking back now. And I was the sort of girl that I really got along with guys. I think I still kind of do actually. I've always got along with better with guys. I think some of the girls probably hated me for that as well. Now, hate is such a strong word. However, I do hate one thing, and that is dishonesty. That is the most foul characteristic any person could have. I don't like dishonest people whatsoever, but I also don't like people that have a huge ego. Another thing I don't like is when women don't support other women. And I've seen it like as I've grown older, and I've heard stories about this as well, where women just don't support other women. Like, for example, there's such a competitive streak in the relationship. So it'll be like, oh, you've passed your driving, so I need to get on to learning to drive and passing quickly. Oh, you've got a boyfriend? I need to find a boyfriend. You've gotten married? I need to start planning a wedding. Things like that. And I just find it so silly. I think, why can't you just be there for your friend or for your family member? I find the guys don't have that too much. I feel like if a guy was to say to his mate, or to say like his brother or cousin or whatever, like, oh yeah, mate, I just got a new job and yeah, I get paid this much, I feel like the other guy's not gonna turn around and say, oh, okay, well, I need to go and earn this much now or something, you know? Or, oh, you brought a new outfit, cool, you know, that's a nice outfit. I don't know if guys talk like that really, but yeah, you know, that's a nice outfit. Not, oh, okay, that's a nice outfit. Oh, I need to one up you now and go and get an even better outfit, a designer one, or whatever, you know? I think snow is magical. I love it when it snows. It makes me feel so mushy inside. I love it. I actually remember one of my first kind of dates that I went on with my husband back in the day, and I remember the park near where I live. So it had snowed and I really wanted to go out in the snow. It's like I love taking walks in the rain, but I also love walking when it's snowing. And I was so upset because I hadn't gone out that day. And I remember he was just like, oh, let's just go to the pub and have a drink. And then, you know, and bless him, he took me into the park and there was no one there, and we just behaved like complete children. So we literally got onto the floor and were making snow angels like in the middle of the park, and thank God there was nobody there, because I think they would have just thought, what are these two crazies doing right now at night time, you know? It looks a bit odd, because especially where I live, it's kind of a bit of a rough-ish area, and I think people just would have found that really weird and must have just thought we were on something. Yes, I have been in love, and yes, I am in love right now. I love my husband. I love my daughter so much. I could just eat her up. I love my mum and dad. I love my friends. I love you guys. There's just so many kinds of love that I am feeling. And there's so many kinds of love. I feel like if you've not felt love, then you're really missing something in life. One of the persons that I miss the most is my granddad. So it's my nana, my mum's dad. and he passed away, I think about I want to say 9 years ago. And you know, there's not been a time where I've not thought about him, and I missed him, especially when I graduated and when I got married. I just wish, you know, he's one person I just wish that would have been there. Yeah. I met my husband in the most filmy way possible. We actually met at somebody else's wedding, and you don't normally hear stories like this anymore in this day and age anyway. This is a kind of stuff like how your parents met. But yeah, we met at somebody else's wedding. Oh, I know. I have one brother, but I have many, many, many cousins and uncles and aunties. But I'm sure that's pretty common in Indian families. They're usually quite large. I have one tattoo, and it's just on my back near my neck. It's a lotus, pink lotus with an Om in the middle. And I have about 8 piercings, but I don't wear jewelry in all of them. So for example, like my belly button and my nose, I no longer wear jewelry in those, so they're probably blocked up by now. And I have 3 on each ear as well, but I'd love to get more tattoos, definitely. I would like to say I don't have any regrets in life, but one thing I do regret is I just wish I'd cut negativity and like negative people out of my life a hell of a lot sooner. I just think I would have like been miserable for like a small amount of time and happier for, you know, a longer amount of time. I would have reached the road to happiness a lot quicker by chopping those people out a lot sooner. I do consider myself lucky that I have such an open and honest relationship with my mum and dad. I think that's unheard of, really, when it comes to especially Indian girls and boys, really. I've just seen it growing up, and I still hear about it where younger people are not really open and honest with their parents. It's very rare that you get a parent-child relationship where there's, you know, no boundaries and you can discuss anything and be frank with your opinions and talk about your worries and not have to worry that you are being judged or anything like that. And I've always had that kind of relationship with my mum and dad where I can always turn to them and discuss anything with them, really. And they've always made me feel comfortable as well to be able to do so. Like, I've seen where people, one of my like best friends who I chopped out of my life, she was a bad apple, but she used to lie to her parents so much, and to the point where they thought I was like the bad apple and the bad influence on her. And it was so funny because I just thought, oh my god, they really don't know what you are and what you're about, kind of thing, like who you are. And I just thought, if only they knew. Oh my god. And the funny thing is everybody else knew, and I think that's so shameful for parents. And when my daughter grows older, I really want that open, honest relationship with my daughter. Like, I don't want her to have to lie to me that, oh mum, I'm going out to my friend's house, and really they end up somewhere else and doing whatever not and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm so lucky that I have such a nice, you know, open relationship with my parents. I'm very lucky. I was a tomboy when I was younger. I was never like a girly girl. And I think that only came in when I kind of went to uni, or even afterwards, really. I was never really a girly girl when I was at uni. And now I would say I'm a bit more of a girly girl, yeah. Like, I like being glamorous and getting dressed up and doing my makeup and getting my nails done. I am actually an excellent listener. I like to think that I'm a bit of an agony aunt to my friends, and I've always been like that. Actually, that's what inspired me to want to go into law. When I was like 14 years old, I was like, yeah, law is the career for me. And it just stemmed from being like agony aunt to my friends at the time. Being a great listener means you hold a lot of secrets, but they're vaulted away. Chuck the key away. But I think that's one of the things I think my friends or family members appreciate about me, is whenever they want to discuss anything, that I'm the go-to person. They can come to me and know that I'm not just a yes person. I will give them a true opinion and an unbiased one, even though they are my friend or family member. And I think they just know that it's like no nonsense. You're gonna get an honest opinion, and that's truly what they need. And also, I think they feel like they can trust me, which I think that's an important characteristic in other people that I feel like I love to see as well. Now, I may look hard. Well, I don't know actually. Do I look hard? I don't know. I may have like a hard exterior, but I'm actually really, really soft, and I'm a super emotional person. Like, I can cry at everything. I can cry at an advert, or someone says something to me and I can just start crying and feel all soppy about it. That's me. I'm a big bag of mush. Shh, don't tell anyone though. I wear a size 4 shoe. Yes, I know, I have super tiny feet. I had braces when I was younger because I used to have vampire teeth, and I don't know if you can see. Right there? Excuse the chipped nail polish, by the way. I do believe in ghosts and spirits, good and bad. I believe in God and most definitely like a higher power. I'm super open-minded and therefore very tolerant. I forgive, but I don't forget. Most definitely not. I think it's important not to forget certain things, especially when you've been wronged. And if it keeps on happening, it's not, you can't just keep forgiving somebody. You know, there has to be action taken at that point. And trust me when I tell you, it'll be the best thing you've done for yourself. Let's see, something I believe in. I believe that if you work hard, and I mean you have to put effort in, so if you put effort into something, I feel like you can achieve whatever your goal is. I feel like you can achieve whatever you want. You just have to put the time in, the effort in. You have to work hard. And I mean, you know, things like sleepless nights and getting out of your comfort zone. I think if you can do those things, then you can overcome hurdles and you can achieve whatever you want. And I just feel like in this day and age, again, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, but I do see people, so on both ends of the spectrum, where people don't work hard and don't put effort into things, and then they don't achieve what they want, and then they sob and complain about it. But then I've also seen people that work super hard, you know, they don't get enough sleep, they'll put so much effort in, and then they do see results and they're so much happier, and they don't regret their decision of putting all that time and effort in. So I think putting this effort in to what you want to get or what you want to do, even if it's like, say, an assignment or a project, or you want to start a business, or you want to work out a relationship, whatever it may be, I feel like if you do invest into that a little bit, then you will see results. On the flip side, like if you don't invest, you know, time or say money into like a project or something like that, then you're not going to see results. Like, you're very lucky if you do get things on a plate, but that's not the case for the everyday person like you or me. That's just, you know, say when all the planets aligned for you, then, you know, miraculously that happens for you. But I think that's quite a rare thing. So it's like, you know, people say, oh, if I win the lottery, then I'll do this. It's like, no, don't wait to win the lottery. You know, work hard, earn your money, and then do whatever you want to do. Or like, just work hard, you know, make your money, and you can still live that luxurious life. Save your money. Don't just go to the pub every Friday night and things like that, you know. Yeah, so I just think it is important. I think that's one of my biggest beliefs, is if you work hard, you can get where you want to get and get what you want to get as well. So yeah, that's 50 facts about me, but I think I gave a few bonus ones there as well. I really hope you enjoyed that video and got to know me a little bit better. And if you have any more questions, I'd love to see like a bit of an open discussion down below in the comments actually. Like, give me some facts about you guys and tell me if you've got anything in common with me, or if you disagree with what I'm saying. I'd just love to have like an open discussion in the comments below. I think that might be quite interesting. Stay tuned for more videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hopefully, see you guys very soon in my next video. Lots of love. Take care. Bye guys.